Welcome y'all to a week 13 tube frame twister. This will be race number 4 because I have been the antithesis of the week 13 driver so far. First race, I couldn't keep it on the track. It was bad. Just second race, I started pole because I actually qualified. And yeah, I accidentally hit the gas and then couldn't get it to shift or the revs to stop before I could shift. It was fun. And then after I got hit, I also got the damage to where it would like kick out to the side every once in a while. So I was like, oh, I'll be smart and drive around and then backwards into the pits. And it was like, no, you're DQ'd. Get out of here. Aw. And then last race, I not only screwed up the start, every time I tried to get out of the pits, I also screwed up. And so I got another penalty. On the last lap I did a whole whopping 4. Pretty sure that red car was trying to run over us and take a Maestro line to pass. But, so what I was saying on the last lap, that I actually exited the pits correctly. I managed to screw up, barely touch something, and what this car is made of, whoops. Is made of, I don't know what the most fragile thing you could think of. Very thin fibers of glass. To where you look at it funny and it takes damage. And was back in the pits again. And I also discovered a fun little feature where if you go into the pits, if you have a fast repair and you go into the pits to serve a penalty and you don't turn it off, it uses it. So make sure you turn that off before serving a penalty in the pits and then remember to turn it back on. I have yet to figure out how to actually save this car when that happens. That does not help. Trying to go from a start in this car in first is exciting. Anything over about half pedal, even half pedal, if you're not slow enough about it, is just straight wheel spin. Yeah, I need more time with this car. Because a lot of times there's little bounces and whatnot that look like it's spinning. And it freaks me out and I'll then try to correct it. Another place where you have to get on the gas nice and early and it's just... don't do it just right. Which frustrates me because I know when I was running in my practice last night, I had it down. I was like just popping laps off left and right. They were still kind of slow, granted. I was still running them at a fairly reasonable speed for me. And it felt good. Like I wasn't trying to... and still pinching that turn in, just like last time we were here in the skips. I say, man, that was some good usage and off track. A little late there on the lift. And I completely forgot what I was saying before that. I do really enjoy this car. I think it's still just a bit much of a car for me. Unfortunately, I think running the skips constantly is not going to help me graduate into this faster car. I mean, it's not something I plan on giving up anytime soon, because I still have a lot to learn there. I just won't be able to really learn a faster car until I start driving a faster car. I think is the easiest way to say that. And my fastest lap in default weather in practice was like a 129.1 with optimals in the mid 28s. Nobody's really run this car on this track in a long time, so I had to dig deep. It was like over a year ago, or it may have just been a year ago. Really want to late apex that. And I did not there. And it looks like the fast people were in like 125s. Much smaller sample size though. Wow, butchered that turn something fierce. And unfortunately this is 22 laps or 10 minutes. So we should only have like a few more laps. But if we're running 129s, I'm pretty happy with that. Especially with my experience as of late here. Which is frustrating because I love this track. I don't know why, but it's just so much fun to me. You're slowly gaining on Scott there, but we got a long way to go before we have a chance to catch him. Pretty sure it'll be over by then. Yeah, we have about 3 minutes left. Hey, we'll see a street stock though. So you get to see the fun and excitement that is passing a street stock.
Left side. Clear on the left.
I was trying to go slow.
They say you cut the course. You'll have to slow down and give up the time gain.
I don't know what more I could have done there. I mean, go slower, definitely, but like... I mean, I already gave up one chance to pass him because he decided to just come over and then he did it again. And I felt like I was crawling already. Which, this will be the first time I've been on this side of it. Last season 13, I did the street stocks more. So I know how hard it is. But it's not that hard. I now also see that it's not easy from the other side as well. Wow. Not exactly difficult. But as a street stock, you can definitely make this a lot more difficult than it should be for the person behind you.
You got a slow car on the right.
Okay, can we still drive? I'm gonna go with a no.
Minute
Nope. We're done.
39.5.
So we will get one more lap in. That was frustrating. But that's been about my experience today. Just utter stupidity on my part. I feel like with the tracks they have lined up, this is probably one of the hardest ones to drive from what I remember seeing in the lineup. Tomorrow is Zolder, which will be a lot of fun and can be difficult as well. Nowhere near this difficult though. Okay. Get our one more lap in. Yay, the pit limiter worked. As we try to bend it by spinning it in first gear.
Oh, they're showing us the black flag. It didn't exit the pit safely. We need to make it stop and go.
I probably crossed the white line. Oh well. I will gladly do your stop and go after the finish line. I can say at least we only screwed up once, but we didn't. As we try to screw up again. I'm sure tomorrow will be a much better day. These elevation changes make this really hard. Because you get these little floaty spots to where if you're not going straight over them by the time you hit them, then you're done. And that's like half what the time it took me to get a lap in practice was just hitting those right.
Alright, there's the checkered flag.
So that was still pretty fun. Hopefully in the next race, in the later races this week, I'll be able to do a little bit better. Just wanted to point out that my fastest lap was less than 2 seconds slower than the fastest lap in the SR8s. I will take that as a win, because I expected to not have anywhere near that level of competitive of a time. With that, if you like, leave a like. If you didn't, leave a dislike. If you have any questions, suggestions, feedback, or advice, drop in the box below. Good luck in your races, and y'all take it easy.